As mentioned on the title, today I want to show you step by step how to set up Calendly on your Shopify store and track every successful booking so it can reflect on our Google Analytics. In this first step, I assume you have Calendly account, and by default you will see the 30 minutes booking template on your homepage. You need to click the three dots on the template box and click add to website. In here, we will choose inline embed because we want to add this Calendly to our existing Shopify page. A new box will pop up, and this will be the code that we need to copy and paste to our new page on Shopify. Now we are on our Shopify admin setting and we need to create a new page here. Let's name this page as book a meeting, and on the content sections you need to click show HTML options and you need to paste the code that we just copied earlier from Calendly. And also next we need to set up the visibility as visible. So now let's inspect our site by going to the theme and click edit theme. As you can see on our homepage, we have three pages here on our menu, which are home, catalog, and contact. And here we will need to add book a meeting, a page that we just created, to be one of the pages on the menu. So now let's go back to our Shopify admin settings and go to content. Under the menu options, we will add a new menu item here as book a meeting and link this page to the page that we just created. So now let's go back to inspect our site again. And as you can see, we have a book a meeting page showing on our menu here. Since we want to track every successful booking on our Calendly event, we need to set up a tag on Google Tag Manager. In here, we will set up a Calendly event listener because Calendly is embedded on our Shopify store. And we want this listener to listen every messages and activities of our users on our Calendly iframe. So choose the tag type as custom HTML and paste the code that you can copy on the link. And don't forget to choose all pages as the trigger here. And we will name this tag as HTML Calendly listener. So now let's click preview and check if our setup works. Here we will go straight to book a meeting page and we'll pretend to be a users that trying to book a meeting. Here we will go through the entire booking process. And once you're done, go back to the Google Tag Assistant. As you can see on our debug panel, we already successfully captured multiple events on Calendly. And if you go check the data layer, you will see various events have been captured under the Calendly_event variable. Now we will set up a new variable on our Google Tag Manager to register Calendly_event to be one of our variable. This will help Google Tag Manager to read the event name and use it as a trigger for our conversion tag. In here, you need to put the exact data layer variable name on this box, the exact name that we just saw earlier on our Google Tag debug panel. So we will create a data layer name here as Calendly_event. And now let's set up a trigger. And the trigger type we will choose over here is custom events. Just like the variables, we need to put the exact name for the event name here, just like we created earlier for our variables name. So if you go back to our Google Tag debug panel, you will see Calendly as the events that being pushed on the data layer. And we will use that event name here as the custom trigger. And we will name this trigger as custom Calendly, and don't forget to click save. And here we will set up a new tag that will send the data from our Shopify to Google Analytics. For measurement ID, I will use the GA4 measurement ID that I already have stored as constant variables. And if you don't know how to do that, please check the video that I will put on description box. For the event name, here we will choose Calendly underscores as a prefix, and we will add the data layer variables that we just created earlier. Just click the icon here and you will see the data layer variables that you just created here under the name Calendly underscore event. And for the trigger, let's choose custom Calendly. And let's name it GA4 Calendly event and save it. And now let's go back to our preview mode and let's go through all the booking process again. Once you're finished, you will see again all the events being captured on our debug panel on our tech assistant. And as you can see, all the text that we just set up already fired. And now let's go to our Google Analytics debug mode. And as you can see, all the events that we just saw earlier on our Google Tag Assistant are also shown over here. And Calendly underscore event schedule will be the events that we will set as key events or conversion. Now let's go to admin, and under data display section, you will see events. Click that and click create an event and put the exact name that we just saw on our Google Analytics debug mode. And you need to put the exact name here for the events, which is Calendly underscore event underscore schedule. Don't forget to mark it as a key event, and on this section you can enter any monetary value, which basically represents the cost of your booking consultation. And here you need to put the URL where you embed the Calendly on your Shopify store. Don't forget to click save. And now let's do one more testing on our preview mode to check if everything works. Once you're done, let's go back to our Google Analytics debug mode. And there you will see Calendly underscore event underscore schedule has a green flag icon next to it, which means it's successfully tracked as a conversion. So if you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe, and I will post more Shopify's videos. So see you next week.